I am able to help students feel like they all have something to contribute. They all have a voice, and people are interested in what they have to say. My name is Leah Juelke, and I teach at Fargo South High in Fargo, North Dakota. We have a service in town called Lutheran Social Services, and they bring in and resettle refugees from around the world. Refugees, immigrants, they make up about, I'd say, 30 to 40% of our school population. Knowing that population needed a teacher and needed help, I just really thought that this was my calling. This was the place I should be. Some of my students have just lived in fear. Just being scared all of the time. And just the act of moving from one country to another can be very traumatic. So our Journey to America project has our students writing stories about how they came to the United States. Students also write poems, and then we also go to the art museum where students are able to paint a scene from their story on canvas. And at the very beginning of the project, we do have someone who's become very successful who was a refugee themselves kick off our program and kind of share their stories.
You don't like people like you walking in
Being a refugee was not something I chose. I was living in a place where it was impossible to survive.
know English. I was embarrassed of my culture and my parents' broken English.
When those kids tell their stories, they're telling them in public. She has formed partnerships with North Dakota State University and Concordia College in Minnesota to provide spaces for these kids to let their stories be heard.
First in the classroom, I think it's really important that we create empathy, and then we work with that to engage the students with their writing, and then through the writing they feel empowered. And so that empowerment is really important because that's where the students are able to then go advocate and make change for themselves.
Life in Iraq is so dangerous. All we hear is the sounds of bombs and guns.
They, along with lots of other people, went and shared their story.
Can you imagine giving up everything you have to come to America and you've told that you no longer can come? How would you feel about that?
In the very end, the bill did not pass. And so my students came back to me and they felt so empowered. They were surprised that their voice actually mattered. Just being able to show students what they can do. They can do it. As a teacher, you just have to give them the tools to be able to use what they have and really advocate for themselves. I'm just in love with being able to teach, to learn, and to be around just amazing human beings.